hope everyone's doing well. It's getting very close to Easter, and I hope that you're out having some fun outside. It's been some beautiful days. So today I'd like to take time to read to you a really good story. And I know you've heard, and we have done the story of the three little pigs in class. And we helped to build some things with that. But this story is called The True Story, The Three Little Pigs by A.Wolf. So this ought to be interesting. It is told by Jon Scieszka and illustrated by Lance Smith. The True Story, The Three Little Pigs. Boy. The True Story, The Three Little Pigs. This is a very old, one of my old books, but one of my favorite. Everybody knows the story, The Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I will let you in on a little secret. No one knows the real story because no one has ever asked for my side of the story. I am Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of your diet. Hey, it's not my fault that wolves like to eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way that we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think they were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terribly sneezing cold, and I ran out of sugar. Uh-oh, we all need sugar to make things. What should he do if he ran out of something? I hope you guessed go to the store. Sometimes if you have a neighbor close, you might be able to ask them. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now, this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in their right mind would build a house out of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone's house, so I called, "Little pig, oh little pig, are you in?" No answer. I was just about to go home without my cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch, and I felt a sneeze coming on, and I huffed, and I snuffed, and achoo! I blew a great big sneeze. Oh, uh-oh. And you know what? The whole straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave the perfectly good ham laying there in the straw, so I ate him up. It was ham. I like ham. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just laying there. Ooh, that's making me hungry. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my, what was he going after? Do you remember? It was a cup of sugar. And what did he need it for? Yes, he did. He needed it for his cake. And who was he making his cake for? His granny. So I was feeling better, but I still didn't have that cup of sugar. So I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was First Little Pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not too much. He had built his house out of sticks. I rang the doorbell, ding dong, ding dong, and waited, and no one answered. I called, Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin. Well, I had just grabbed the doorknob as I felt another sneeze coming on. And I snuffed and I tried to hold it back and tried to cover my mouth. But I sneezed. Achoo! A great big sneeze. And you're not going to believe it. This guy's house, it fell down too. Just like his brother's. And then in the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, you know food will spoil. And if you leave it out or you leave it open, it will go bad. So I did the only thing that there was to do. I had dinner again. Thinking of a second helping, I was getting awfully full, but my cold wasn't getting any better. And I still did not have that cup of sugar for my dear old Granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the whole brains of the family. He had built his house out of brick. I knocked on the house. And I waited. There was no answer. I called, Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what that rude little pig answered? Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again. I don't think that was a very nice thing to say, do you? Talk about impolite. Well, probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he didn't want to give me one little cup of sugar for my dear sweet old Granny's birthday cake. What a pig. So I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a birthday cake. And I felt my cold coming on. After I snuffed and I tried to hold it. I tried to sneeze and I sneezed. Achoo! Once again. And the third little pig yelled, and your old Granny can sit on a pin. Oh, my heart. He's talking about my Granny. Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when someone talks about my Granny like that, I can go a little crazy. And when the cops drove up, of course, I was trying to break down that little pig's door, and the whole time I was huffing and I was puffing and I was sneezing, making a real scene. And the rest of the story is history. Because they caught him huffing and puffing and they thought he was trying to blow his house down. The news reporters found out about the two little pigs I had for dinner. They figured a real sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the whole story with huff and puff and blow your house down. And they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. That's the real story. I was framed. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar. There are many, many stories written different ways about the three little pigs. And they all go back to with one theme. There's three pigs and a wolf. 3 and 1 make how many together? Here are some other ones that I do have. Where's the big bad wolf? I also have the 3 little wolves and the big bad pig. Oh, if time allows, maybe I'll read some of those. But as we go on today, we read a story about the pig. So let's sound out the word pig. Nice and loud for all at home to hear you, to hear what a wonderful job you do at sounding out words. Sound it out with me. ig. Blend it together. Pig. If I change one letter from a P to a B, the B makes what sound? B. Let's make each sound and blend them together. Ready? Nice and loud. B. Ig. Big, you're right. You are ahead of me. Good job, boys and girls. I'm going to change the B to a D. A D. Our famous B and D. The doorknob is first on the D. Let's make the D sound. D. D. Ig. Dig. Nice job. And of course our other one is a W for wig. Let's say it. Sound it out. W-ig. Wig. And one more. The J makes a J sound. J. Ig. Jig. Let's go back through and try them one more time. Ready? P. Ig. Pig. B. Ig. Big. You've got it. Good job. Keep going. I'm so proud of you. D. Ig. Dig. W-ig. Wig. And the last one, jig. If you say those words, they are rhyming words. Jig, pig, big, dig, and wig. Those are all rhyming words because they end the same. But I have one hard one for you. Let's do a blend at the beginning. T, wa says twa, twa. Ig, let's do it again. Twa, ig, twig. Did one of those little pigs build a house with some twigs? Another name for twig is a stick. You're right. Thank you today. So, for fun as a STEAM project that go along with our story, see if you could build a house today. I had some books. You could build with books. You could build with toys. See if I can build a house, and then see if you can blow it down, or what does it take to blow it down. Another thing you could use is I love my Uno cards, is cards, to see if you can build a house with cards. And it is a little harder, and it takes a lot. So what do you think would blow over a little easier? Cards or books? I'm going to try it again, and I want you to blow on the count of 3 to see what blows over. 1, 2, 3. Cards blew over. You try some at home. Send me a picture if you can on our class dojo. Have a great day. Bye.